Okay, you guys, let's get into these Oscar gowns and garments and everything in between. Okay, let's start with Garmaro Del Toro. Now, let's start by saying it's hard to find plus size clothing that fits well, really. But tailoring is going to be key. And in this case, the suit's fine, it just needs to be tailored more. Now, I don't mind the all black moment actually, but in this case, it might have been better to just do a white button down underneath, just so that we could see the white peeking through from the bottom of the sleeve. Because right now, since there's no white peeking through at the bottom of the sleeve, it kind of comes off as though the blazer is too long at the wrist, which it also is. But if we hem that up and we saw white, it would just create more breakage and be altogether just better. But it's a black suit. It's not bad. The pants are really ill-fitting towards the bottom, but it's just a tailoring thing. There's nothing wrong with the suit itself. So since these are just tailoring problems, it's not bad. But like I said, little details do matter and will make or break the outfit. So tailoring is really bad all around. So I have to give it a C minus. But I mean, I like an all black moment, but it's just little things. Tailoring would have fixed it. Emily Blunt. Now, this is really chic. She's wearing Valentino. And I really like I really like the dress. The dress is beautiful. It's Valentino. It's just, again, small details. The pink earrings. Pink, you have to be careful. If it's not paired with the right thing, it can make things serve juvenile vibes and like too girly 16-year-old vibes. And I felt like this pink earring, I mean, though it is diamonds or whatever, it just kind of cheapens it. It makes it juvenile. Now, if she wanted to do the pink earring, then I would have done it with like navy or black, because then it won't make it juvenile. But since it's with white and the pink, it just automatically goes to like too girly, too young. But it's just the earrings. If she took the earrings out, different earring, the dress itself is good. But since she chose that earring, I have to take off points for the earring. So I'm gonna do a B plus. But she looks really great in it. Ariana Dubose. She's wearing the Versace. Now, this is cute. Sort of. It's just, again, details. Sometimes things need to be refined and you need to cut things. It's busy right now because we have all this jewelry work, all this beading and diamonds that's all over the place. It's Versace, and that's kind of what obviously Versace is known for. They will do, it's a lot. But on her, it's just too much right now. I like the detail going down the middle with the boobs. That can stay because it's interesting. But the sheer sleeves, if we cut that off, it all of a sudden becomes more streamlined and more sleek and less busy. So something just as simple as that would make a huge difference and be just more, because it's a lot on the eyes, but we're looking at a lot. So just taking off the sleeves would make a huge difference. But since the sleeves are there right now, we judge it based on the sleeves being there. So since the sleeves are there right now and it's giving me busy, I'm gonna give it a B minus, because it's a lot to look like. It's a lot to look at. Her makeup's pretty, but those sleeves I can't with those sleeves, because now it's just too much going on. But I'll give it a B. I'm gonna give it a B minus. Stick with the B minus. Okay. Angela Bassett in Moschino. Now, this is pretty much perfection, and it gets an A plus, or it gets an A rather. But just to nitpick, I would be curious to see what it looked like with her just holding the clutch, just like a little ball, rather than the chains, because I don't know how I just kind of just don't like the chain holding the chains like this. It's just kind of taking me out of it. And I see why, like, the initial thought would be to do that, but I just would like to, I'm curious what it looks like without the chains, just for cleaner lines, if you will. But I'm nitpicking. Like I said, I'm going to be nitpicking this whole video, but it gets an A. It's Angela Bassett, and she looks gorgeous. Jamie Lee Curtis. She looks, it's a nice dress. It's just, again, details. Where that boning is, to me, it's up a little too high and like right on her boobs. It should be where a corset naturally falls, which is around the waist. Hers, it almost seems like it's riding up, or they made it like that. But it looks like it's riding up or something, because that the tallest bone is up on her boobs. If that boning work was more in the middle, it would make more sense, and it would just look better. And there's also a kind of like ruching, a little bit of ruching on the hips. I don't know if it needs that. It's kind of making a lot of things going on for the eyes. But it's Jamie Lee Curtis, and she does look good, but that boning is really misplaced. But grade that boning, but B-. Rez Ahmed. Now this I really liked, because to see a straight man do this kind of risk-taking on the red carpet and at the Oscars, I'm obsessed with. To have that brown oversized collar and the pink and then the skin showing, it's like, it's new, especially for a straight man. But with the black, it's fine. It's fine with the black. Like, black for the most part goes with everything. But with the collar being brown, I would like to have seen it with like a tan or a cream. It would just create more of like a pop story, because the brown next to the black almost reads drab, and you don't notice, I mean, you obviously notice the collar because it's an oversized collar, but you don't notice it as much as you would if it was with a cream suit. And that would just, it would knock us off our feet if we saw it with a cream suit. Like, ooh, cream suit, ooh, oversized brown collar, ooh, pink pop, ooh, and their skin. But I like where he was going with it, though. I really do like where he was going with it. But small details could have made it better. So since it's with the black suit and the brown's kind of getting lost, I'm just going to give it a B. But props for being a straight man and taking that kind of like risk on the red carpet, if you will, because most straight men are scared. So yes, Rez. Ssa McCartney and Christian Soriano. Now, this is pretty much perfection. Also, it's just, again, small little things. I would have liked to have maybe seen a necklace, and then the neck should be more snug, because it's like the more she moves and stuff, you'll notice it bunching, and it kind of looks like excess fabric around the turtleneck part. But if we don't do the necklace, rather than even fixing the looseness of it, I would just say turn it more into a mock neck, because since all the neck is covered, we're kind of losing her neck. And yes, that's the point of a turtleneck, but with proportion-wise, we've lost all her neck, so it's now kind of just head and then red. Head, red, all the way down. But she looks gorgeous. A necklace would have been nice, but it's not super needed, but it would have been nice. But definitely I would have changed it to a mock neck. If it was changed to a mock neck, I would give it an A. But since that bunching and we've lost her neck, I'm just gonna do a B+. But I really like her in this. Like, this, it was gorgeous. Now, Jonathan Majors. I like where he's going, sort of. Actually, no, I don't, because it's giving dated vibes. But I like where he was going with the long jacket. Now, we don't see many long jackets on the red carpet or at these award shows. So that was the right way he was going. He was going the right way. But he got lost with that. Well, he got lost with the tie because tying the tie like that and having the tie in that dress shirt is dated. And then that vest is dated. But even if we left the tie, that dress shirt, and we just removed the vest, it would make it much more modern and more minimalistic. But when you start adding vests and stuff, you're taking us back. It's giving us olden vibes. And that's not where it's 2023. Like, we're not really trying to do that. So it's all about minimalism and sleek now. And I'm all for like paying homage to like the past. But like, that's a little too past and it's giving me almost costume. So I'd like it, lose the vest and then button up the blazer. It'll be just more sleek and more now and more modern and more minimalistic and just more chic. Right now it's giving like dapper, and like we're not trying to do dapper anymore. Like, we're trying to do sleek and chic and minimalistic. Like, dapper's for the 60s and 50s and every 20s and all that shit. Like, we're not trying to give dapper. Like, men shouldn't be striving to give dapper anymore. They should be striving to give chic, sleek, minimalistic, new, not old. And then the pants, it's either make it intentionally, well, a couple things. Make it intentionally cropped, because you see he has white socks underneath. So if you're going to make it intentionally cropped, then, and you want to show the white socks, make it super cropped so that the white socks look intentional. But since the pants aren't cropped to be intentional, like they're not intentionally cropped, it's giving you're just wearing floods and didn't have the decency to do a black sock. Like, if your pants don't hit where they should hit and you have floods, why draw attention to it with a white sock? You could have at least worn black. But don't do any of those things, honestly, because that's the last thing you needed. Just make the pants touch your actual shoes. If you're not going to make your pants touch your shoes, then make the crop intentional. But in this case, you just needed, with that outfit, you just needed to let the pants touch the floor. But I like where he's going with it, but it's giving me too dated. I'm going to give points for trying to be innovative, because I do like the long jacket, or trying to be new rather, because I do like the long jacket, but we're going to have to do a C-. Julia Dreyfus in L'Envol. I like it because it's giving me old Hollywood glamour, and it's nothing wrong with it at all. It's just, again, small details to really make it shine. I need a bright red lip to really embrace the Hollywood glamour. That red lip right now is too drab. And then the hair, I need it a little bit more tighter curls, more up. So it's more of just a hair and makeup. But again, all these small details make the end result what it is. So because of that, I'm going to give it a B, because the makeup really would have made a difference. The makeup and hair really would have made a difference for this. The next one is Marley Matlin. Yes, that is how you mix women's wear, men's wear, and just put it all together in a whole pot, honey. It's just chic. Like, putting that blazer with it is brilliant. It's Dolce & Gabbana, and I'm living for it. Yes, honey. Yes, Marley. Yeah. A. That definitely gets an A. Zuri Hall and Tariq Ediz. I'm living for it because, I mean, I could be biased because when my drag, I always have a China bang, and I live for a long glove. So I'm like, in my mind, she looks like me in drag, so I could be biased. No, I'm just kidding. No, she looks stunning, like, regardless. Like, she just looks stunning. It's an A. It's an A+. It's all black and chic. Yes, honey. Like, what's wrong with it? Like, there's nothing wrong with it. But also, she's giving me. Lady Gaga and Versace. Nothing wrong. It's just giving what needs to be gave. It's sleek, all black, red lip. Yes, Lady Gaga, it's an A+. Same thing for Rihanna and Aliyah. Like, it's like the Oscar version of what she wore at the Super Bowl, like in all black and long as a gown, and giving that same, because I was living for that that bra, attached bra, in like a almost latex material at the Super Bowl. Obviously, I'm gonna like it at the Oscars too. It's giving what need to be gave. Also an A+. Paul Mescal in Gucci. Yes, honey. It's chic. I'm living for the wide leg pants. They're giving what need to be gave with the pointy toe. Ooh, my word, excuse me. With the pointy toe shoes. Yes, I even like the little. I even like the little rose on the lapel. Like, it's chic. Nothing wrong with it. We'll give it an A. Seth Rogen and Brioni. Now, I like that Seth Rogen. It's I would still call it a risk for a straight man. Like, their normal go to is an all black suit. So I'm giving him points for playing with like a muted palette of gray and cream. And it works. It's just, again, one small detail is that black shoe. I can't with the black shoe. It's taking us out of that muted cream light tone fantasy. So because of that, I'm gonna give it a B. If we got a cream shoe, it would be an A. But that shoe, no. Harry Shum, A+. Like, we never see anything like that on a man on the red carpet, really. Like, it's so sleek and just like new, if you will, and just nice lines, and he stands out. It's giving what needs to be gave at the Oscars. Let's see. Dawn Shum and Dolce & Gabbana. This is an A to me as well. There's nothing really to change. I just would have challenged him, if you will, to have taken even bigger risk and did the pants. See if he could have gotten the pants, or whoever styled him, to have gotten the pants in the exact same as the blazer, because that would just really like, it's just would give what needed to be gave. It would really make a statement. But it's really good how it is now too. So I'm not gonna take away and make it a B. I'm gonna still give it an A, but I'm curious. Well, now I know what it would be. I know what it would look like. It would be fucking awesome, but I would have liked to have challenged him to have done the pants too, but it's still an A. Elizabeth Banks. It almost reads too bulky and like too much fabric. On the side where it's the sleek white dress and it kind of, the shape changes, that it's interesting, but like from the other side where it's the longer part of the black and then it goes into the back, it kind of looks like she's wrapped in fabric, like some fabric just grabbed her. So it's like, I like the idea of the draping and all the fabric, but it's just almost too fabric, so it's just giving me bulky at the end of the day. But like, I like black and white. Obviously it's like my two favorite colors together, but something about all that fabric is just not working for me. So if we took out either the back or thinned it out a little bit, I think it could work. But as of right now, it's just reading like she's trapped in fabric, so I'm gonna have to give it a C. Janelle Monáe and Vera Wang. That's giving exactly what needs to be gave. Like, come on, body, come on, crop top, come on, choker. Like, yes, is giving what need to be gave. Like, in that orange on her skin, yes, honey. A+, Janelle Monáe, just A+, honey. Thames, also A+. All that white chicness, honey, just chic, sleek. Come on, Thames, just giving what needs to be gave. A+. Jennifer Connelly, also A+. Like, sleek hair back, all that stoning, on the detail up here, the off the shoulder, just sleek and chic. It's giving what needs to be gave. A+. Denai Guerrera and Jason Wu. The hair is giving what needs to be gave. The dress is giving what needs to be gave. It's all black. It's chic. It's just perfection. And it's making a statement with the hair. It's just so... Oh, it's again, oh shit, like, it's giving this, actually. That hair is reminding me of this, but it's just all giving what needs to be gave. Like, it's just so chic. She did what needed to be done, for sure. Ana de Armas. It's just giving very drab. Like, it just looks drab. It blends into her skin. She almost is giving me, like, a Band-Aid. The hair... Maybe if the hair was up and some type of lip color or something, maybe may have took it out of Drabville. But right now it's in Drabville, so we're gonna have to do... It's pretty bad. We're gonna have to do a D+, because it's just washed out on her. It's just too washed out. We're gonna have to do a D+. And if I'm really I'm in a nice mood, I would do a C-, but... No, we're gonna go with the D. We're gonna go with the D+. Carrie Condon and Atelier Versace. Well, speaking of washed out, she's kind of washed out too. It's not as bad, but it's... The yellow is nice, but that kind of yellow is best on, like, my skin tone or another black girl, light skin, but it's hard to do that yellow. And it's not horrible on her, but it is still managing to wash her out. But it could also use a necklace and a clutch of some sort. Like it's almost a little too plain. And I like minimalism, but it's almost a little too minimal. Like either a clutch or a necklace or both, but it needs something else. But, change the color, but if we're gonna leave it like that. But, it's not hideous, and she looks pretty. But we're gonna do a B-. We'll do a B-, because it's not bad. It's just a little bit drab, or a little bit washed out rather, but it's not bad. So we'll do B-. We'll do the B-. Ava DuVernay in Louis Vuitton. It's giving what needs to be gave. It's giving old Hollywood glamour vibes. It's chic. I'm living for it. Would you give her an A+? Come on, Ava DuVernay. Yes. Ludwig Göransson. This is what I'm talking about. Like, the pigtails. He's, again, what I'm talking about, straight men pushing it with gender and pushing it with the norms. Like, well, I actually don't know if he's straight, but either way, men on the red carpet in general pushing it with the pigtails. Like, it's giving a statement. Like, you wouldn't expect pigtails on the red carpet, and especially not from a man. Like, I like that kind of statement. And then the suit, it's like, I like when it's the suit matches. Like I was talking earlier about, I wish that other guy matched the blazer to the pants. Like, he matched it to the pants, and he took that statement all the way to the bottom. And for that, I'm living. Like, it's giving what needs to be gave. Yes. I'm gonna give it an A. Because he's pushing fashion and menswear. I'm always gonna live for that. Yes. Mindy Kaling and Vera Wang. Yes, Mindy, you better give. It's so sleek and just... Yes, Mindy, it's giving sleek and now and everything that needs to be gave. Like, yes, Mindy. A+. A+. Come through, Mindy. Leslie Patterson. Now, this is... Ooh, where do we start? It's just... First of all, it's too daytime because of the colors, but it's also too daytime because of the cut. It's giving me, like... Don't you automatically look at it and think of, like, a beach or sunny something? And it's like it's giving sunny vibes, and it's the Oscars. The shoe is just... And then it's tacky, and then it's two-tone. And then it's that high-low, and no one does high-low dresses right now anymore, or at all, really. It's just all bad. It's just like... And then that clutch, that she's holding. It's just all over the place. It's just not appropriate for the Oscars. It's very much like a fancy brunch, really. It's giving brunch vibes. It's not the Oscars. No. It's not giving what needs to be for the Oscars. I'm gonna have to give it a D. Florence Pugh in Valentino Couture. That is how you do volume. Now that is how you do volume. And the colors are chic, everything. It's like that gray. Yes, for that gray, it's chic. And the volume works there. That is how you do volume. It gets an A. And then the hair makes it even more edgy. Because her hair is just the hair is just so chic and edgy. Like, yes, it's an A. That's how you do volume. A. Greg Tarzan Davis. This is what I meant for Jonathan Majors as far as like doing the long blazer but keeping it minimal. This is how you do it. This is how you do a long blazer. He did a long blazer, but he just went all black. Pants touched the shoes, and it's not giving us dated. Like, if you're gonna do a long blazer, this is the way to do it. It's chic. It's just all around chic. A. It's A. That's how you do it. Vanessa Hudgens and Chanel. It's nothing wrong with it at all. There's nothing wrong with it. She looks pretty. It's beautiful dress, sleek, timeless. It's giving what needs to be gave. We'll give her an A. Daniel Chanart. Now, this is honestly a D- because he reads disheveled because nothing's really tailored, but that's not even really the problem. It's too casual. Like, he literally is almost like he's heading into a business meeting and he's like running late. Like, at least keep the blazer buttoned at all times. That might have helped. It being open doesn't help with the casualness, because it just looks too casual though. Like, I like you trying to insert the burgundy, because everyone does do white, but it's kind of just like, just go with the white, because at least it would have probably taken us out of like, the burgundy is kind of what's making it so casual. And then the glasses, I don't mind the glasses because, I mean, I wear glasses, but it's the string attached to it. Just for this event, take the string off. Like, it's like, it's like, take off some things, like make it a little bit more minimal. We don't need that string. It's like taking us away from like sleekness. But I don't know. And it kind of is what's possibly making me say it's giving disheveled. I mean, the pants are like ill-fitting at the bottom, and that's also what's making it disheveled, but I doubt that string attached to the glasses is helping. Like, too many things is just working against it. But if we were to keep that burgundy, how can we fix it? We could maybe fix it if it was a double-breasted blazer, and then we left the burgundy, then maybe it would be okay. And it would take us out of the business casual vibe that it's giving right now. Because it's basically almost giving business casual, or it's giving office work. It's giving office attire. It's like office formal, but not Oscar formal, if anything. Like I said, he's rushing to a business meeting. No, it's a D. It's a D. Yeah, no. I like what you did on Everything Everywhere All at Once, but I will say I did like his speech and how he talked about the drag, and drag's okay, and how he did drag and it's okay. That was nice that he brought that up at the Oscars, but Lily Singh and Christian Siriano. I like this because she's one of the few that wore like a pants and like a long jacket for the women, so it's like she stands out, and it's pink. Like, I like when you stand out, when you make a statement and stand out. I'm always going to be into it. So for that, and she just looks gorgeous, so all of that, she gets an A. Fan Bingbing in Tony Ward Couture. Oh, that's just breathtaking with the long, voluminous shawl. The dress just is giving just elegance and just money and just chicness. A plus, just A plus. It's just the hair with it. Not a single thing wrong. Laverne Cox. I'm into the color blocking with the gloves, the draping. It's really pretty. It's really pretty. I like her hair like that too. She looks gorgeous. We're gonna give it... No, and it's very her. There's nothing, it's like, you wouldn't, like, it's, because I think it's also important for you to be you as well too. And this is also very Laverne. I'm gonna give it an A, because there's nothing wrong. Like, I would just be trying to find something, and no, there's nothing wrong. I like the color blocking, and no one's really done color blocking right, except her. So I'm gonna give it an A. Jessica Chastain and Gucci. Old Hollywood glamour, chic, nothing wrong with it. A. Yes. That's it, you guys. We went through all of them, or at least the ones that needed to be talked about. I wasn't too mean. Well, I wasn't mean. We were talking about details that needed to be talked about. It was just honest, really. But, well, speaking of honest, I mean, I was looking at some of the videos and I was disheveled, my sleeve is up, and didn't pull this down, and things were showing that I didn't mean to show. And I'm here telling you guys that details matter, but what are you going to do? Whatever. But we went through them, and yeah, but that was the Oscars 2023. And if you guys liked what you saw, subscribe down below. No, but really, subscribe down below.